So actually, I think we should dedicate this shiur to the victims of the shooting
And victims of Bet Mikra.
and victims of Beis Mikra also.
Speak to Roman about them.
Which actually probably suffered more than those 11 victims. It's much, you know,
Definitely suffered longer.
and not, and you know, whatever.
Therapy money, let's put it that way.
Well, everything. It affects us, affects our wife, kids, friends, everyone. Anyway, so I'll start with one thing, and maybe you can branch out from that and speak about a thing. But there's one thing I would like to share with you that I think is very powerful. So there's something from Rav Kook. I don't know how much you know Rav Kook. There's some people who actually are very against Rav Kook, as we know, who call him a Zionist and who call him I don't know. You know, it was from a long time. A lot of people were against his ideas, and especially they supported the army. He sent all his students to the army. To my opinion, that's what the real yeshiva should be. You know, you like David HaMelech, one tefillin in one hand and the sword in the other, like we spoke one time. But so I want to share something from him. According to others, Rav Kook was one of the greatest Kabbalists and, you know, holy person of the past generation, and whatever he had revealed was actually much deeper than we even can understand, speaking about how the redemption is going to happen, everything is going to happen. Anyway, what I want to share about him is that he says in one of his Orot Teshuva, you know, the light of Teshuva, it was a big thing of Teshuva, and he says there's 3 types of Teshuva. One is Teshuvat Tivit, Tivit connected to nature, natural. Then there's Teshuvat Emunit, connected more to what we're used to, I guess emotional and stuff like that. And then Teshuvat Sichlit. Now, what I want to talk today about is not the Teshuvat Emunit and Sichlit, which we might be more used to with Yom Kippur or that, but Teshuvat Tivit, which is, like we say, natural. So what it means, the natural Teshuva? It means that someone who actually wants to do Teshuva and come back to God is someone who is actually going to bring his whole natural environment, meaning all his biological system, his physical entity. Meaning that technically, if I was doing really Teshuva, I would go eat only healthy food. Because if I eat food that kills me, right, or is unhealthy for me, then I'm not my body, you know, I'm not going in the right direction. So I have a munit more connected to the heart, or sichli connected to the head, that, yeah, I want to be close to God, and, you know, I love you, God, and but you're actually eating things that destroys you, or you're smoking things that destroys you, then why are you doing it? So it's almost a hypocrisy. Now I'm talking to myself because, you know, sometimes I smoke, sometimes I eat non-healthy things. But technically, a rabbi who smokes, right, once he knows that smoking is bad for him, a rabbi who, I say rabbi because we assume a rabbi is supposed to be someone who is a role model, a rabbi who is going to eat, you know, super heavy cholent that is filled with oil and unhealthy or junk food, he's not acting properly, which means that we have to, and you know, in a way, I always admire people who go on diet. You know, someone who goes on the diet, it's someone who has tremendous self-control. It's someone who's working on his midot, and actually the whole thing of Teva is midot. You want to be like Teshuva, yeah, Hashem, you know, I don't want to look at women, I don't want to do this, I don't want to... But if you can't even control what you're putting in your mouth, then you're going to be missing a big piece in your tshuva. So technically, it should be, according to that, it should be asur to have hechsherim on the pack of candy. You give a hersher on something that people are going to eat that has no good, anything good for you, and it's going to destroy you and give you diabetes after 50 years, or there should not be any hersher on something that is unhealthy for you, right? So this gives a little bit of a whole different thing. Someone who does tshuva, so someone who is you, and I've seen that myself when I go work out, right? When I go work out, I feel you should feel more Jewish when you go work out. When you go exercise, you should feel more Jewish because this is part of the process of Teshuva. We think of Teshuva, Yom Kippur, like that, and feeling bad, right? That's the usual way typically feel. No. Teshuva is your whole being, starting with the physical, is in the process, and in a way, it makes so much sense. And I can quote someone actually. Like a lot of people know him. It's Chaim Naiman. He came here. He's a Hasidic ex-Vishnitzer Hasid, who was abused also by the system. He says himself. That's what I'm saying out loud. And he, he was very, very fat when he came here.
Born in Muncie and firefighter Muncie.
Firefighter, right? A volunteer firefighter. And sweet neshama, but he had no respect for religion.
Yidol Naiman. They lost their father 2 years ago.
He has no married to a Buchanan. And he had no respect for Fromkeit and all that. He went on this, since he's here, on this crazy diet. He lost, I couldn't recognize him when I saw it. He lost that, and now he's the Gabbai of the show. And he's the one, I used to shush him when he used to come in my show here. Now he shushes me. And he shushes people in show. And he said, no, Kaddish, da. So what happened? And that transformation happened kind of in the same time. When you decide, if you want to see someone who is really doing Teshuva, it's someone who actually changes his lifestyle. Because someone who just become more from is not someone who does Teshuva. Someone who changes his lifestyle. How much do you sleep? This is part of Teshuva. How much do you sleep? How much do you work out a week? How much do you eat? Are you eating healthy? Do you do you do things that are good for your body? Are you protecting your body? Are you right? And it's a whole different thing because you go in Israel today and there's Rosh Yeshiva, the big Talmidei Chacham, and they're smoking
Hashish.
Whatever. No, hashish would be fine. But they're smoking you saw that video? Kolel marijuana?
Which video?
I'll show you after.
It's the best of Holiday.
No, actually I was a Hasidic. Anyway, I think it's a joke, but it was fun. But the idea is that guys, we are meant to do Teshuva, right? Teshuva is not Yom Kippur. Teshuva is your whole life to return to being close to God on all aspects. You are going to know about yourself that you really did Teshuva when you are changing the way, your routine of life, when you're changing your everyday life, when you're changing how you're eating, how you're sleeping, how much you're taking care of your body. And that's something that you're not going to hear so much say, learn crazy, stay awake all night to learn Gemara and no Shas, and you don't eat to eat, just salt and water, bread and water, and you'll be fine. Garbage, because at the end, you're not supposed to do something that harms your body, and it's almost the opposite. It's like those rabbis, they're just putting you just trying to be a soul when God actually made the body first, and he designed the body with his chokhmah. So that means that the body is as important as the soul. The moment you think your soul is more important than the body, then you misunderstand why you're here. A lot of rabbanim think Don't worry about the body; it'll survive. You just take care of the soul. Wrong, wrong. It's you're transgressing what the Rambam says. Rambam says, "V'shmachtem et nafshotechem," means you have to take care of your body. You have to
Body,
care
mind, and spirit.
mind, right? Exactly. So this is something to be very conscious about because we're in a generation, not just generation. We have a whole Yiddishkeit that promotes the opposite, and we have to know for yourself. Or you really want to do tshuva one day? Well, start with your diet. Start with the way you sleep. Start with the way you treat your body, and then you're gonna see that that's gonna lead you to affect the overall Yiddishkeit that a healthy Yiddishkeit.
It's a great marketing campaign.
So that's the idea of the night. Any comment on it? Or any questions?
Yeah, it's good. The beginning it felt good, you get inspired by me that I do with my diets. I don't know.
Motivational. No, it's.
So, Rabbi, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So, are you saying that a person who is obese and overweight,
Mm-hmm.
that is a rabbi, he's kind of a fake because he's not been inspired by the Or you shouldn't listen to him to 100% unless he is a fit and healthy person 100%. Meaning, if the rabbi is sick and he's not been inspired by the then we shouldn't listen to him, because if he's really a godly, humane spirit human being, then he would follow the rules, of inspired to 100%. And if he was a more skinnier, healthier person, a human being, then he's more of a godly person, so he actually understands that.
Right. So I think that's what you say. Meaning that a rabbi who is not taking care of it. Again, there are people who have genetic stuff already, so they're naturally gonna be fat, but they have thick bones and their metabolism is like that. There are a lot of people try a diet, it doesn't work, but there's some people who try and it works very clearly. At least you have to try the right diet. So those rabbi who actually in that case who can really change and don't, they miss the point, and they become role models for people that is unhealthy. Just eating the way I was taught from thing. Eat as much as you can on Shabbat, and try to until you're stuffed, and then you sleep, and it's great. And really, you should eat just enough that I can learn at night if I eat a whole meal. Shabbos night should be a night where you don't sleep. It's when it's
talk to
there.
your Kobe about this. Every time we go over to Peepine, you can eat like an army's worth, and then he looks at everybody and goes, "You're not eating. What's the problem?"
But that's a Sfardi minhag.
No, Rabbi, to be honest with you, it's more that the bottles are empty and he wants them to eat more. He doesn't want them to finish the bottles.
We made you a 72-pound fish for you. It's like,
No, I made
Right,
brackets for you. Like, come on.
I hear. No, as a guest, you have a mitzvah to.
Make
You have to
some
eat whatever they
after-
serve. You
To
have.
be honest, it's a Sean Bias thing.
amazing.
I know. I'm sure.
It's a Sean Bias thing, by the way.
Huh?
It's a Sean Bias thing with him. It's nothing that he wants you to eat.
No, I wanted to eat also.
It's really for Sean Bias. He wants his wife to feel good that her food is good. Even though her food is delicious.
No, so it's challenging. It's challenging, but it's.
Damn, okay.
We have to understand that I can say the majority, but there's a huge group of people who are from in the mind and the heart and not in the body, and that's becoming a Buddhist. They're Buddhist Jews. No, and again, you're not supposed to be a Buddhist Jew, and you're not supposed to be like a Christian Jew, which is all about. No, actually, Christian Jew would be a Buddhist Jew too. The opposite, just about all the pleasures from this world, and just right. So you have to be balanced, and that's the challenge. That's the challenge, to be balanced.
Yeah. Not Nicola.
They say that if you're in any meeting ever, and if at any point you can just say, it's really about just finding the balance, and everyone will agree with you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Or if you're spacing
It's
out,
true.
they go, so what do you think? yeah, I think we just need to find a balance.
That's very true. The balance is really it's true, because at the end it's all about balance. No, but in quantum physics, in energy, it's all about the balance.
Yeah.
Frequencies.
Dr. Joe.
Alright, can I take out your guitar?
Sure.